sure, but this is how I currently feel.
That sentence feels very emotionally balanced.
Because it allows honesty without pretending to know everything.
And honestly, that kind of communication builds trust.
Definitely.
Let's talk about encouragement for a moment.
I love this topic.
Because supportive English is beautiful.
It really is.
Simple phrases can comfort someone deeply.
Like, you're doing better than you think.
Or it's okay to take things slowly.
Another lovely one, you don't have to figure everything out today.
Ah, that sentence feels peaceful.
Because sometimes people put too much pressure on themselves.
Especially language learners.
Absolutely. Many learners become frustrated because they compare themselves to others.
But language learning is personal.
Very personal.
Some people improve quickly in speaking, others improve in listening first. Others become confident writers before confident speakers.
And all of those journeys are valid.
Exactly.
So if you're listening right now and feeling discouraged, remember, progress is still progress, even when it feels slow.
Beautifully said.
And honestly, learning emotional English takes time too.
Because emotional language is deeply connected to real life.
Which is why practicing through conversations helps so much.
Exactly. Real conversations teach rhythm, tone, emotion, and natural reactions.
Not just vocabulary lists.
And that's one reason we created Happy English.
Yes. We wanted learners to hear English that sounds natural, practical.
Listening while studying, walking, commuting, or relaxing at home.
We're really happy you're here with us.
And honestly, your consistency matters.
Every episode you listen to helps build your confidence little by little.
One sentence at a time.
One conversation at a time.
And one brave attempt at speaking English at a time.
So keep going.
Keep practicing. And keep expressing yourself, even when the words feel difficult at first.
Because your voice matters.
And your feelings deserve language.
You know, Tom, I think one of the most beautiful things about language learning is the moment when you finally explain a feeling correctly for the first time.
Yes, that moment feels amazing.
Because suddenly people understand the real you.
Exactly. Not just your grammar, your personality too.
And honestly, personality is such a huge part of communication.
Some learners are funny in their native language but become extremely quiet in English.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Because translating humor, emotions, sarcasm, or deep thoughts takes confidence.
But little by little, confidence grows.
Yes, one day you realize you are no longer translating every sentence in your head.
You simply speak.
Naturally.
Calmly.
More comfortably.
That process is worth celebrating.
Absolutely. Many learners focus only on fluency.
But emotional fluency matters too.
Wow, emotional fluency. I like that phrase.
Me too, because emotional fluency means being able to comfort someone,
Encourage someone.
apologize sincerely,
Express frustration respectfully.
and explain your thoughts clearly.
That is real communication.
Exactly.
You know, I also grows when learners stop being afraid of imperfect English.
Oh yes, perfectionism is exhausting.
Very exhausting. Some people stay silent because they are afraid of making mistakes.
But silence slows learning.
Exactly. Mistakes are part of progress.
And honestly, most people care much more about kindness and clarity than perfect grammar.
So true.
A warm sentence with small grammar mistakes still creates connection.
While perfect grammar without warmth can sound cold.
That's such an important point.
So learners should not only ask, was my grammar correct, but also, did my message feel human?
Beautifully said. And you know what else helps confidence? Repetition.
Definitely.
Listening to natural English repeatedly trains your brain slowly and naturally.
Which is why podcasts are so useful.
Exactly. You hear pronunciation, emotional tone, natural rhythm, sentence structure, and real reactions all together.
Much more natural than memorizing random vocabulary lists.
Absolutely.
And speaking of practice, here's a challenge for everyone listening today.
Ooh, I like challenges.
Tonight, try expressing one honest feeling in English.
Even a simple one.
Yes, maybe I felt nervous today.
Or I felt proud of myself.
Or I've been feeling emotionally tired lately.
Simple emotional honesty is powerful practice.
And the more you practice emotional English, the more natural it becomes.
Exactly.
Before we finish today's episode, let's leave our listeners with one final reminder.
Your English journey does not need to look perfect.
It only needs to keep moving forward.
Some days will feel smooth and confident,
Other days may feel frustrating and slow.
but every conversation teaches you something.
Every mistake teaches you something.
And every moment you choose to continue practicing matters.
We are honestly so proud of everyone learning English step by step.
Yes, truly. Language learning takes patience, courage, and consistency.
And if nobody told you today, you're doing better than you think.
Thank you so much for spending time with us here on Happy English.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Happy English and turn on notifications so you never miss future conversations.
And please give this episode a like because it really helps support the channel and helps more learners around the world improve their English naturally.
Also, tell us in the comments what feeling is hardest for you to express in English.
We love reading your thoughts and experiences.
Keep practicing
Keep learning.
and keep giving your thoughts and feelings better English words.
Take care, everyone.
See you in the next episode of Happy English.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Happy English podcast. My name is Leela.
And I'm Tom. How are you doing today, Leela?
I'm doing fantastic, Tom. I've had a really productive morning so far. How about you?
I'm doing great too. I had a calm start to the day, and honestly, I'm really excited about today's conversation.
Me too. Today, we're talking about something that every single person has, daily routines.
Exactly. From the moment we wake up in the morning to the time we go to bed at night, we all follow routines in one way or another.
Some routines are very organized and structured.
And some are a little chaotic.
Yes, that's true.
But routines are important because they help shape our day and even our lifestyle.
Exactly. A good routine can help you feel balanced, productive, and less stressed.
And today, we're going to share our own daily routines from morning to evening. And along the way, we'll introduce useful English vocabulary and natural expressions.
So this episode is perfect for anyone who wants to improve their English while also learning how to build healthy habits.
Absolutely. And before we continue, if you enjoy learning English in a calm and natural way,
Make sure to subscribe to the Happy English channel.
and don't forget to hit the like button because it really supports our channel and helps more English learners find these lessons.
All right, Tom, let's begin with the morning routine.
Sounds good.
So my mornings are usually pretty structured. I normally wake up around 7 a.m.
That's a good time.
Yes, and before I even get out of bed, I like to stretch for a minute or two.
That's a great habit.
It really helps me wake up slowly and feel more relaxed. Then I head to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and wash my face.
That fresh feeling in the morning is the best.
It really is. After that, I usually drink a big glass of water.
Hydration first thing in the morning is so important.
Exactly. It helps me feel awake and energized.
My routine is pretty similar, actually. I wake up a little earlier, around 6:30 a.m.
Wow, that's early.
Yeah, I like having a quiet morning before the day gets busy.
That makes sense.
The first thing I do is make my bed.
Oh, that's a very disciplined habit.
I think so too. It makes me feel organized immediately.
And it's a small win at the beginning of the day.
Exactly. Then I brush my teeth, wash my face, and make coffee.
Coffee is essential for many people.
Yes, I definitely need my morning coffee.
What do you usually eat for breakfast?
I normally eat something simple like eggs and toast. Sometimes I make a smoothie if I have time.
That sounds healthy.
What about you?
I usually have oatmeal, fruit, or yogurt, something light but filling.
That's a good combination.
After breakfast, I check my schedule for the day and review my to-do list.
I do the same thing. Looking at my tasks helps me feel prepared.
Exactly. I don't like starting the day feeling confused or rushed.
Same here. A calm morning really changes the mood of the whole day.
And honestly, mornings are also a great time to practice English.
That's true.
Even listening to a short English podcast while drinking coffee can help improve your listening skills.
Or reading a few pages of an English book.
Exactly. Small habits make a big difference over time.
Little by little.
Yes, consistency is more important than perfection.
That's such an important point for English learners.
A lot of people think they need to study for 3 hours every day.
But actually, even 10 or 15 minutes daily can help if you stay consistent.
Exactly.
Now let's move into the afternoon routine.
All right, afternoons are usually my busiest time of day.
Mine too.
I often spend my afternoons studying, answering emails, or working on projects.
And this is usually when energy levels start changing.
Yes, sometimes I feel very productive.
And sometimes very sleepy.
Yes, that's true.
That's why taking breaks is important.
Absolutely. If I study for a long time without breaks, my brain starts feeling tired.
So what do you usually do during your breaks?
Usually, I stand up, stretch, walk around a little, or get a snack.
That's smart.
What about you?
I like taking short walks outside if possible. Fresh air really helps me recharge.
Recharge is a great word.
Yes, it means getting your energy back.
And after lunch, I usually focus on important tasks while my mind is still active.
Same here. I try to finish difficult work earlier in the afternoon.
What do you usually eat for lunch?
Something light, maybe a chicken sandwich, a salad, or rice with vegetables.
Healthy lunches really help avoid that sleepy feeling later.
Exactly. Heavy food can make you feel sluggish.
That's another useful word, sluggish.
Yes, sluggish means slow and low energy.
And nobody likes feeling sluggish during work or study.
Definitely not. Another thing I try to do in the afternoon is stay away from distractions.
That can be difficult sometimes.
Especially with phones and social media,
Yes, you open your phone for 1 minute.
and suddenly 30 minutes disappear.
Exactly.
So I sometimes put my phone away while studying.
That's a great strategy.
It helps me focus better.
And honestly, focus is becoming more and more important these days.
Very true.
By the way, quick reminder for everyone listening, if this episode is helping your English,
Please subscribe to Happy English and join our learning community.
and leave a like because it motivates us to keep creating these podcast episodes.
Exactly. Your support means a lot to us.
All right, shall we continue with the evening routine?
Let's do it.
Evenings are my favorite part of the day.
Really?
Yes, because evenings feel peaceful.
I agree. It's the time when you finally slow down and relax.
Exactly. After work, I usually go for a short walk or listen to music.
That sounds relaxing.
It helps me disconnect from stress.
I usually cook dinner in the evening.
Do you enjoy cooking?
I do. It's actually calming for me.
What kind of meals do you make?
Usually simple meals like pasta, rice bowls, grilled vegetables, or soup.
That sounds delicious.
What about you?
I like making stir fry or grilled chicken with vegetables.
Healthy and simple.
Exactly.
After dinner, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and change into comfortable clothes.
That really feels like the end of the day.
Yes, it's like telling your brain, okay, now it's time to relax.
I totally understand that feeling.
And before bed, I try to avoid screens.
That's a very healthy habit.
I usually read a book instead.
Or listen to calm music.
Exactly.
I also drink herbal tea sometimes before sleeping.
That sounds very peaceful.
It really helps me wind down.
And getting enough sleep is so important.
Absolutely. Sleep affects your mood, focus, energy, everything.
So true.
And honestly, having a balanced routine makes life feel less stressful.
Yes, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to work for you.
Exactly. Everyone's routine is different.
The important thing is building habits that help you feel healthy and organized.
And routines can also help with learning English.
Definitely.
Even 5 minutes every day can create real progress.
That's why consistency matters so much.
And if you make English part of your daily routine, improvement becomes natural.
Exactly. Small steps every day.
You know, Tom, one thing I've realized recently is that routines are not only about being productive, they also help us feel calm and emotionally balanced.
I completely agree. When life gets busy or stressful, having a routine can feel like having an anchor. Even small habits can make your day feel more stable.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Happy English, the place where learning English is easy, relaxing, and fun. I'm so happy you are here with us today.
And I'm excited too. Today's
Today's conversation is going to be very useful because we are talking about something that affects all of us every single day.
That's right. Today we are talking about self-control.
Ah, yes, the thing that disappears when there is pizza, online shopping, or social media videos.
Exactly. Sometimes we know what the right decision is, but making that decision is the difficult part.
Very true. Self-control is like choosing between what feels good now and what helps you later.
I like that explanation. It's really about protecting your future self.
Yes, your future self is always hoping your present self makes smarter choices.
But sometimes my present self just wants snacks and naps.
Honestly, same here.
You know, I think many English learners also struggle with self-control.
Definitely. Sometimes you plan to study English for 1 hour, but then suddenly you're watching funny cat videos for 2 hours.
Why are cat videos always stronger than our study plans?
I think the internet understands human weakness very well.
That is scary and true at the same time.
But the good news is that self-control can improve little by little.
Yes, nobody wakes up one day with perfect discipline.
It grows through small daily choices.
Like drinking water instead of soda.
Or reading one English page instead of scrolling for 45 minutes.
Or sleeping early instead of saying just one more episode.
Ah, yes, just one more episode is one of the biggest lies humans tell themselves.
So true.
I think one important thing is understanding that self-control is not punishment.
What do you mean?
Some people think discipline means making life boring, but actually, self-control helps us create a better life.
That makes sense. It gives us stability.
Exactly. Imagine a person who saves money regularly, studies consistently, sleeps well, and takes care of their health.
That person probably feels calmer and more confident.
Yes, because good habits reduce chaos.
I really like that sentence. Good habits reduce chaos.
And bad habits usually create stress later.
Like procrastination.
Ah, yes, the same as I'll do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow is so busy always.
Poor tomorrow. Everyone gives their problems to tomorrow.
But eventually tomorrow becomes today.
And then panic arrives.
I used to procrastinate a lot when studying English grammar.
Really? What changed?
I stopped trying to study everything perfectly. I started studying just 10 minutes every day.
That is such a smart strategy.
Small habits feel less scary.
Yes, big goals can feel overwhelming, but small actions feel possible.
And once you begin, it becomes easier to continue.
Exactly. Starting is often the hardest part.
You know what else requires self-control?
What?
Spending money online,
Oh no, online shopping is dangerous.
especially late at night.
Yes, somehow everything looks necessary after 11 p.m.
Suddenly, I convince myself I absolutely need another notebook.
Or another water bottle.
Why do we all own so many water bottles?
Because buying a water bottle feels healthier than actually drinking water.
That is painfully accurate.
One thing that helps me is asking a simple question before buying something.
What question?
Do I really need this, or do I just want the feeling of buying it?
Wow, that is a powerful question.
Many times we are not buying the object, we are buying excitement.
That is very true.
And excitement disappears quickly.
But the credit card bill stays.
Exactly.
Another area where self-control matters is communication,
Oh yes, emotional self-control is extremely important.
especially when we're angry.
Because angry words can create long-term damage.
Sometimes people say things they don't truly mean.
Yes, in emotional moments we react instead of thinking.
So what should we do when we feel angry?
Pause before responding.
Even for a few seconds?
Yes. a
Hello
short
everyone
pause
and
can
welcome back
completely
to
change a
Happy English,
conversation.
the place
That
where
reminds
learning
me of
English
something
is
my
easy,
teacher once said.
relaxing,
What
and
did
fun.
your teacher say?
I'm so
Calm
happy you are
people
here with
make
us
better
today.
decisions.
And I'm excited
I love
too.
that.
Today's
Sometimes
conversation is going to be
silence is
very
smarter
useful
than
because we are
immediate
talking about
reaction.
something that
Absolutely.
affects all of us
Not every
every
feeling
single
needs
day.
an instant response.
That's right.
And
Today
sometimes
we are talking
also
about
need self-control with our
self-control.
phones.
Ah,
Definitely.
yes. The
Phones
thing
are
that
designed
disappears
to
when there is
steal our
pizza,
attention.
online
I check
shopping, or
one
social media
notification and
videos.
suddenly 40
Exactly.
minutes disappear.
Sometimes we
Time
know what the
moves
right
differently on
decision is,
social
but
media.
making
It
that
really
decision
does.
is the difficult
One helpful
part.
trick is putting
Very
your phone
true.
far away while
Self-control
studying.
is like
Out of
choosing
reach,
between what
out of
feels good
temptation.
now and what helps
Exactly.
you later.
I also think
I like
environment
that
matters a lot.
explanation.
Yes,
It's
good
really about
environments
protecting your
support
future
good
self.
habits.
If your
Yes,
desk
your
is
future
clean,
self is
studying
always
feels
hoping your
easier.
present
If
self
healthy
makes
food is
smarter
nearby,
choices.
healthy eating
But
becomes
sometimes my
easier
present
too.
self
So
just wants
self-control
snacks
is
and
not
naps.
only about willpower.
Honestly,
Right,
same
it
here.
is also
You
about
know, I
preparation.
think many English
Preparing
learners
for
also struggle with
success.
self-control.
Exactly.
Before we
Definitely.
continue, we
Sometimes
want
you
to
plan
thank
to study
all of you
English
for
for
listening
1
to
hour,
Happy
but then
English.
suddenly you're
Yes,
watching funny
seriously,
cat
thank you
videos
so
for 2
much for
hours.
being part of this
Why are cat
growing
videos
English
always
learning
stronger than
family.
our study
And if our
plans?
conversations
I
help you
think the
improve your
internet
English
understands
naturally,
human weakness
don't forget
very well.
That is scary and true at the same time.
But the good news is that self-control can improve little by little.
Yes, nobody wakes up one day with perfect discipline.
It grows through small daily choices,
Like drinking water instead of soda,
or reading one English page instead of scrolling for 45 minutes.
or sleeping early instead of saying just one more episode.
Ah, yes, just one more episode is one of the biggest lies humans tell themselves.
So true.
I think one important thing is understanding that self-control is not punishment.
What do you mean?
Some people think discipline means making life boring, but actually, self-control helps us create a better life.
That makes sense. It gives us stability.
Exactly. Imagine a person who saves money regularly, studies consistently, sleeps well, and takes care of their health.
That person probably feels calmer and more confident.
Yes, because good habits reduce chaos,
I really like that sentence. Good habits reduce chaos.
and bad habits usually create stress later.
Like procrastination.
Ah, yes, the same as I'll do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow is so busy always.
Poor tomorrow. Everyone gives their problems to tomorrow.
But eventually, tomorrow becomes today.
And then panic arrives.
I used to procrastinate a lot when studying English grammar.
Really? What changed?
I stopped trying to study everything perfectly. I started studying just 10 minutes every day.
That is such a smart strategy.
Small habits feel less scary.
Yes, big goals can feel overwhelming, but small actions feel possible.
And once you begin, it becomes easier to continue.
Exactly. Starting is often the hardest part.
You know what else requires self-control?
What?
Spending money online,
Oh no, online shopping is dangerous.
especially late at night.
Yes, somehow everything looks necessary after 11 p.m.
Suddenly, I convince myself I absolutely need another notebook.
Or another water bottle.
Why do we all own so many water bottles?
Because buying a water bottle feels healthier than actually drinking water.
That is painfully accurate.
One thing that helps me is asking a simple question before buying something.
What question?
Do I really need this, or do I just want the feeling of buying it?
Wow, that is a powerful question.
Many times we are not buying the object, we are buying excitement.
That is very true.
And excitement disappears quickly.
But the credit card bill stays.
Exactly.
Another area where self-control matters is communication,
Oh yes, emotional self-control is extremely important.
especially when we're angry.
Because angry words can create long-term damage.
Sometimes people say things they don't truly mean.
Yes, in emotional moments we react instead of thinking.
So what should we do when we feel angry?
Pause before responding.
Even for a few seconds?
Yes, a short pause can completely change a conversation.
That reminds me of something my teacher once said.
What did your teacher say?
Calm people make better decisions.
I love that.
Sometimes silence is smarter than immediate reaction.
Absolutely. Not every feeling needs an instant response.
And sometimes we also need self-control with our phones.
Definitely. Phones are designed to steal our attention.
I check one notification and suddenly 40 minutes disappear.
Time moves differently on social media.
It really does.
One helpful trick is putting your phone far away while studying.
Out of reach, out of temptation. Exactly. I also think environment matters a lot.
Yes, good environments support good habits.
If your desk is clean, studying feels easier.
If healthy food is nearby, healthy eating becomes easier too.
So self-control is not only about willpower.
Right, it is also about preparation.
Preparing for success.
Exactly.
Before we continue, we want to thank all of you for listening to Happy English.
Yes, seriously, thank you so much for being part of this growing English learning family.
And if our conversations help you improve your English naturally, don't forget to subscribe to Happy English and like this episode.
Also, share it with a friend who is learning English too. Learning together makes everything easier.
And tell us in the comments, what is the hardest thing for you to control? Food, spending, procrastination, social media, or something else?
We love reading your comments so much.
We really do.
Okay, let's continue because I think there is another important part of self-control.
What is that?
Forgiving yourself after mistakes.